Welcome to the first ever Hearthstone tournament where we are not playing each other. I'm not facing JJ today. So if you've seen the deck showcase video, JJ is facing our pal Luca. And they're currently entering the game. I'm going to be spectating. Here's how this works. I'm going to be spectating Luca on a device and I'm going to be looking at JJ's game on the recording screen. Now JJ is in the room, but he can't hear me. So he will not be able to hear what I'm saying, so I'm going to be actually seeing both sides, as hopefully you will be as well once the editing is done. And we're going to see a little bit about what's going on. So in the first one, we're going to have JJ's Big Spell Mage versus Luca. That you can see, that's his name in the top left. His Togwaggle Druid. And we've presented all those decks in the deck showcase a few days back, probably on our channel. So if you haven't seen those and you're interested in what we're playing, go check that out. Now, JJ seems to be keeping the Acolyte of Pain here. He's gonna go first as well. I would assume in this matchup that the Druid tends to be favored because of the speed of drawing. And if Mage can't match it, then Togwaggle will come down really, really quickly and he will win by fatigue rather promptly. But we'll see what JJ can do here. He's probably looking for a lot of draw himself, so the Acolyte of Pain. We might see him ping that off a little bit. Luca keeping Ultimate Infestation in the starting hand, so he knows what he's looking for here. See what is gonna happen. Get some hype in the comments, by the way. Luna's Pocket Galaxy on the hand for JJ. Might come in huge if you can combine that with the Prince Kaliseth later as well. Oaken Summons looks like a really good curve so far. No ramp in hand right now, but the coin is available to him if he needs it. He might choose to wrath off that Acolyte of Pain right now to deny him further draw. But it looks like he's going to go for the Oaken Summons. Pulls out the Ironwood Golem, so that will be able to attack as well next turn. Unless it's getting polymorphed. See what he decides to do here. Pings his own Acolyte like I thought he might. Dragon's Fury drawn, so he gets 2 draws out of this, which he obviously knows that this is very, very important. The Harrison Jones might be very, very important later once Twig hits, because he is obviously running the Trigger the World Tree. Luca is in his Druid, so that might take away a big swing turn, and that's very, very important tag option for sure. He's also running a Skulking Geist in this deck, is JJ. Taking away potential Naturalizes and Spellstones. Now Nourish, both Nourish on hand. He's going to go for mana here and Hero Power afterwards. He's probably going to Nourish for mana again next turn, along with Branching Pass, and then for armor, and then look for Ultimate Infestation off the top for a really, really strong setup. Jaina is drawn, that is huge. Jaina, very, very important if it goes to a later game. That's going to be his most important card in this deck. Second Oaken Summons on hand. Now he's going to go for the Nourish for mana once again. And Branching Pass along with it. We might see him naturalize his Acolyte of Pain sooner rather than later. That's going to mill 1 card of JJ's. And it denies him further draw from the Acolyte. He might also Wrath it. Actually, he wraths it for 1 and now might come the Naturalize as well. And Hero Power onto it. Okay, so he's trying to destroy some pieces here. That's what he's going for. Now, Jaina obviously is on hand, as well as the Harrison Jones, as well as Luna. So all the important pieces for JJ on the hand. He could have maximized it by naturalizing it as well there. But there goes a Stonehill Defender and a Tar Creeper. That's not the worst things. And it does weaken Luna's, but he's going to go for it. So, Togwaggle is on hand, and I'm expecting the Ultimate Infestation right away. Really, really strong player right in the face. He's gonna overdraw one as well, unless he draws an Arcane Tyrant here. Does not look like it. They're putting Tar Creeper in the way. He's gonna know to hold on to that Harrison Jones, probably. Until he actually sees Twig, which still is not on hand for Luca. There's a Naturalize. Moving that's not the worst. It could have been Azalina. That would have been a problem. because Azalina is not yet on hand. He's going to Ferocious Howl to look for those combo pieces and do what he does best, which is draw. Malfurion picked up off the top. And let me remind you again, we are looking to do more of those tournaments, playing fans, playing viewers. So if you think you have it, then you feel free to challenge us. Any one of us, JJ or myself, you want to play us in a tournament, and maybe you'll get the chance to. Maybe you're a YouTuber as well, and this is a nice option for a collaboration. Now he's gonna push out Jaina there right away. That's what I expected him to do. Trying to get that life total steady and up as long as possible. Elemental probably gonna die to a poisonous spider. Or to a fully charged spellstone, fully avoiding the life gain at all. Oaken Summons coming in, but not bringing anything out anymore. Meteor picked up, that could remove the entire board, but he's going with Arcane Artificer first. Artificer plus Blizzard, of course, some armor gain, clears the entire board, doesn't leave him a water elemental for this turn. But Luca, his deck is getting thin, and he's getting closer and closer to pulling out his combo. Also, look at that armor total. He's at 60 health right now, which is huge. And he's going to just continue to cycle through his deck with extra wild growth. And there's the Azalina picked up, so combo is in hand. Dream Paddle Forest coming out right away. That's guaranteed to either hit the Togwaggle or the Azalina if he wants it. That would nicely circumvent the necessity to have a Twig. Which, of course, he also knows that there is a Harrison Jones, and there's a chance that that has been picked up. So that Dream Paddle Forest, of course, first priority removed. King Togwaggle now at 1 mana, so he can have that whenever he wants it, which is going to be huge. The strategy now is probably for Luca is going to be to get out as many cards as possible. Drop the swipe to naturalize. There is Twig off the top drawn. Empty out his deck and then switch it up. This looks really, really forcing now. And JJ is just not getting in any position whatsoever to pressure his health total with that 29 armor. And he's just going to continue cycling, drawing through his deck. Not many cards left at all. And this looks like he's going to take this really, really soon with this combo. It looks like he's going to set up the Twig here. Now, we have the Harrison Jones still on hand. But the Twig isn't necessitated here because the Togwaggle Azalina combo is at 8 mana now, thanks to the Dream Paddle Forest. He's going to probably snap Harrison that. That's what I thought. And Toki on top of that, so can we have a Ragnaros showing? It's a Ronin, gets a Ronin, and now the value comes in. Now this is kind of his push right now. Skulking Geist, gonna destroy that Naturalize, gonna destroy a potential Spellstone, if there was any, I'm not even sure if there is. And the free minion, well, the 1 mana minions now coming into play, but that 30 armor just looking so strong. Ferocious Howl is gonna add another 9 armor to that, or 10, and keep cycling his deck. Spreading Blade looks punishing. Looks really, really strong. Of course, conveniently out of Flame Strike range. Let's see how JJ is going to deal with this. But his deck is empty, and you all know what's going to happen probably next turn. The Arcane Tyrant's coming out, is making space in his hand, and this looks... yeah, this looks hopeless for the Mage right now. This looks like it's done. Frames are coming out, but he can't clear the board. Can't push anything to the face either. Can create a Water Elemental, drop a Tyrant. But he needs to win it with this push. He needs to win it with what he has on the board now. And it's going to be tough. I mean, with the amount of armor, he can probably afford to just pull out the combo right now. Let's see what he ends up doing. Takes his first point of fatigue damage, but Spreading Plague again first. And actually going to deploy a swipe as well to completely lock down this board. Make sure he's not going to take too much to the noggin. And he has the combo whenever he wants it. That second Ultimate Infestation is going to sit in his hand forever and ever and ever. JJ still 5 cards in his deck, now 4 when he draws the next one, so it's not going to be a huge advantage anymore. See how he decides to deal with this board. But that Spreading Plague is insane. That is a 7/35 with Taunt for 6 mana. That's crazy. Gonna continue generating the water elementals, gaining health. Really a war of attrition here. It's tough. It's tough, but again, he's got to keep the pressure on. He knows what's gonna happen. He knows the combos on hand, and he knows that Dream Paddle Florist did hit one of the combo pieces. So he's gonna start dropping it now. King Togwaggle coming down and Azalina to follow up. And with that high of a health total, it's gonna be really, really hard. He's also getting a lot of removal now from that Azalina onto his hand. So he's gonna be able to deal with that board of JJ sooner rather than later. And this looks crushing. This looks like just winning. King's Ransom obviously will be answered by immediately King's Ransoming back. So JJ looking to ditch as many cards as possible now, apparently. Gotta go face now. Of course, remove the combo pieces, but he's gonna die to fatigue here. Because Luca, with his hand full of meteors and polymorphs, is gonna have not a lot of trouble removing this. Playing also really, really fast in this first game. For it being a control matchup, really quick game. Gonna polymorph a water elemental, it looks like. Yep. Avoid the life gain. JJ yapping, singing along to the music he's listening to right now. I'm sorry if that's on the recording. That's not intended. That's gotta do everything to keep him from doing that. If we take a break, I'm gonna have a word with that guy. But he's listening to metal, I can tell that. So dropping Ronan, of course, maybe generating some damage value in the end. Lich King coming down for 1 mana, which is huge. Of course, he also now profits from the Luna's Pocket Galaxy buffs, and this looks crushing. This is going to be completely over. He also does have Ronan on hand, and yeah, JJ not even reaching for that King's Ransom at all. Not much he can do there. He's probably gonna have to start using up more of the removal now. See if the Arcane Missile can leave. Nope, it can't. He wanted to leave the Arcane Tyrant one there for sure to generate another water elemental. That's completely chance, and he's still singing. JJ's still hyped. He's probably losing, but he's still hyped. He's still singing along back here in an awful voice of his. But Syndra Ghosts are coming down for 1, and Ronan coming down for 8. Crushingly strong, of course. And you don't want to ping off those frozen champions, and the fatigue is really getting to you. The Arcane Missiles are gonna start taking out those as well, so this is enough of an advantage there. There's nothing more in JJ's deck. There's just nothing more to do. Once all the threats are removed and no one plays any more minions, he won't be able to generate any more water elementals. As a matter of fact, Dragoncaller Alana can just finish this by itself now, because all those big value pieces are now in Luca's hand. And as if Druid wasn't impressive enough, all that removal and that Lake and value, sheep trading into sheep, leaves the 2 beasts, which leaves the 2 frozen champions, which basically lock up the Arcane Missiles there too, because they don't want to give him more of that. But he's gonna go for it now, because that's really his only choice. Still has the Pyroblast, but he's just not gonna get around to that. I wonder if there's ever a moment where he actually King's Ransoms. Now JJ should know that the Dragoncaller Alana is still there, but it's coming out now. There's also a Nosdormu picked up, so if we maybe can see some memes today. But that Alana is gonna close the deal. That's gonna be it. There's nothing more to deal with that. And that's gonna be game 1. So well played. Luca going up 1-0 with his Tog Druid over JJ's Big Spell Mage. He just threw too fast and he got it out. So talking some shit there. And yeah, that's the first game. So next time, hopefully tomorrow on this channel, we're gonna get into the next one, see if JJ can come back from this. And he's gonna keep playing his Mage, because he's gonna have to keep playing that, so until he wins one, see if he can retaliate and draw up the game next time. And I'm gonna see you in the next video as well. Hopefully you liked it, and leave a like on it. If you do, be sure to check out the rest of the videos, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.